All right, welcome to the 20th episode of creating a Lisp with Swift called Swish, also using Claude Code. So last week I decided that and announced I wasn't going to film every single prompt I did. And that in my mind was a good decision because it opened the floodgates of functionality that I implemented in a week. So here's everything from the do special form to here I did last week. So we've got the do special form, we've got a string function, we've got support for single line comments now, we've got support for the comment reader macro, we've got support for a comment macro, rich comments, we've got the not function, the list function, the cons function, the win macro, the win not macro. We've got maps now, we've got the get function, we've got maps as functions, we've got keywords as functions, we've got support for metadata and all the functions that go with that. We've got the first and rest on all the collections except maps yet, because maps need to be ordered in order for that to work. We've got the string question mark function, we've got meta for vars, and thus for def and def macro. We've got doc strings, but no doc function yet. We've got list star. I needed that for some of the macros. We've got the assoc function, the def and minus function, the map question mark function, a merge function, adder maps added to def and private def and def macro. We now catch arithmetic overflow errors when they happen, and we catch stack overflow errors, and we handle Control C in the REPL, and we have vectors as functions. So let's take a look at it. Here's a demo of I've expanded out the demo functionality a little more. So before we had namespaces, nothing's changed in the hello function. So we have a fact function, and recursion is working. And so at 20 this works fine. 21 we get a stack overflow error. So let's go ahead and run this. If we run, we can now run the whole file and everything will work. But if we go run, then you'll see we have 20 factorial. If we now run the REPL, and we can require the demo, and then we can say demo facts 20, which works fine. But if I go 21, we get a stack. It catches the stack overflow. Before it would just barf all over the screen and exit out of the REPL. You'll also notice that we've got a fib function and a Fibonacci function also demonstrating some recursion. And if we do demo fib, it'll work. But if you get too far, it's slow. Whoops. It's a lot slower than closures right now. You saw a little delay there. And there's a big delay. So there's that. And one thing to know that if you do the factorial function in closure, it will also stack overflow at 21. So behavior's exactly the same. We've got maps here. We're showing maps in the demo. We've got the get function working. Maps as functions, keywords as functions, and also default values for those functions. And then here you see rich comments. So we were able to get all that done. So that's a big step forward. Let's see. Anything else we want to show? Well, we can show it catching Stack Overflow. So we can define a function called boom, and all it does is call itself. Now this would give you a Stack Overflow, but here it will give you a Stack Overflow, but the REPL will catch it, and so it won't crash the program. Turns out this is pretty much kind of what Python does as well. If you exceed a call then depth of 1,000, it'll catch it as well. Let's take a look at the core library. We've added some of the functionality here. There's our comment macro. Here's our defen macro that has been expanded to allow doc strings and adder maps. As you can see down here in the private defen, there's a doc string, and then there's the metadata as an adder string. And you can see the support with meta and metadata and stuff. There's the not macro, and we have a win macro and the win not macro. And a lot of these, some of these I could defen is not directly from the Clojure core, because we don't support everything that Clojure core does yet, but these macros are directly from Clojure core, and I just copied them in, and they worked. What else? I'm not going to go through all of these. They're pretty self-explanatory, but the point is all of that stuff is working, and now we have more functionality that we can go forward. So going forward, I'm going to add support for sets. We're going to get sequences working a little more. We got the loop and special recur form that needs to go in, and then after that I'll figure out what to do. We need the cond function or macro and some more basic functionality. We'll probably have a closer.set namespace. We need multi-arity for functions and macros. And once we have that, then we can do the and or macros. I would like to implement the jank Clojure test suite for Swish, so we can see how close we are to getting full Clojure functionality. That's it for now. Please like and subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, buy me a coffee. If you don't like what I'm doing, give me some comments below to tell me what you would like to see. And I'm also looking for work, some contract work for Clojure or Swift. So if you need some help with that, advice on architecture, whatever, just hit me up for that. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks.